Professor Indira Parikh, Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu, Dr. Shilpa Kalyan, dear faculty members, new students and their families, we welcome you to the PG Orientation Program 2024 for the Department of Liberal Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences at Mahe, Bengaluru. I am Arpita Jacob and I'll be your Master of Ceremonies for today's event. Before we begin the proceedings, we would like to take a moment to acknowledge and remember those affected by the natural calamities in Wayanad, Kerala and other regions of the country. I request you all to stand up and spend a moment of silence. Please be seated. We are gathered here today as a new batch of students embark on an exciting journey of higher education and personal growth. This orientation program is designed to introduce our new students and their families to the rich academic environment, diverse opportunities, and supportive community that Mahe offers. So let's begin this memorable day that marks the beginning of your postgraduate education. As we commence our orientation program, we'll begin with the traditional invocation and lighting of the lamp. This ceremony symbolizes the dispelling of darkness through knowledge and wisdom. I now invite Ms. Aditri Raghunath, a second-year BA Psychology student from Dlhs, to lead us in the invocation. While Ms. Aditri is rendering the invocation, may I request our esteemed chief guest, Professor Indira Parikh, our guest of honor, Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu, and our head of the department, Dr. Shilpa Kalyan, to kindly come forward and light the lamp. I also request two student representatives from the incoming batch, Mr. Prate Amrit and Garima Garg, to also join the lighting of the lamp. While shortly afterwards, we will also take a moment to honor the visionary who laid the foundation for Manipal University's success, Dr. T.M.A. Pai, a distinguished physician, educator, banker, and philanthropist. His immense contributions to society will forever be remembered. I kindly request the esteemed guests to offer a floral tribute as well after the lighting of the lamp as a mark of respect for Dr. T.M.A. Pai. Over to you, Aditya.
व्रजेश्वरं गणेश्वरं महेश्वरं तमाश्रये परात्परं निरन्तरम् परात्परं निरन्तरम् समस्तलोकशङ्करं निरस्तदैत्यकुञ्जरं धरेधरोधरं वरं वरेपवक्त्रमक्षरं समस्तलोकशङ्करं निरस्तदैत्यकुञ्जरं धरेधरोधरं वरं वरेपवक्त्रमक्षरं कृपाकरं क्षमाकरं मुदाकरं यशस्करं मनस्करं नमस्कृता नमस्करोमि भास्वरम् नमस्करोमि भास्वरम्. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditri, for that beautiful rendition. It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Shilpa Kalyan, Head of the Department of Liberal Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, to deliver the welcome address. Dr. Shilpa Kalyan has been instrumental in shaping our department's vision and curriculum. Her expertise and leadership have been vital in creating an environment that fosters critical thinking as well as interdisciplinary learning. Over to you, Dr.
Thank you, Dr. Arpita. Ellarigu namaskara. Good morning, everyone. Respected dignitaries on the dais, dear colleagues, parents, and students, on behalf of Team Dlhs, it is my honor to welcome you to Mahe, Bengaluru. Today, we have amidst us a dynamic and inspiring personality, Professor Indira Parikh, President of Dlhs, former Dean and Professor IIMA, and founding President of Flame University. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. I also welcome Professor Raghavendra Prabhu, Deputy Registrar and Director Administration, Mahe, Bengaluru, to this inaugural event. May I request Dr. Anupama, Academic Coordinator, English Programs, to welcome Professor Indira Parikh and Professor Raghavendra Prabhu with a sapling. Thank you, Dr. Anupama. Dear students, your journey to this point is a testament to your intellectual curiosity, perseverance, and unwavering commitment to academic excellence. We at Dlhs extend our warmest congratulations on your admission to our postgraduate program. You have embarked on a path that promises intellectual rigor, profound discovery, and a transformative personal journey. The postgraduate experience is a distinct realm of scholarship characterized by its demanding curriculum, elevated expectations, and substantially heavy workload. Yet, it is precisely these challenges that will refine your intellect, broaden your horizons, and equip you to make a meaningful impact on the world. Here, you will engage with some of the brightest minds from different domains of expertise, collaborate on projects, and conduct research which can make a real difference to the world around you. Dlhs is more than an institution. It is a vibrant community where intellectual exploration converges with personal growth. We believe in fostering a holistic environment that nurtures academic brilliance, critical inquiry, empathy, creativity, and a profound sense of civic responsibility. We encourage you to share your knowledge, engage in spirited dialogue, and collaborate with peers and faculty. Diversity is a core value of our university. At DLHS, we have students and faculty from across the country. Embrace the richness of this diverse community as it fosters a platform to learn about different cultures, traditions, and ways of thinking. It fosters an environment of tolerance, understanding, and respect, qualities that are quintessential for a global citizen. As you tread on the path of education, challenges may arise and obstacles may seem insurmountable. But remember, it is in overcoming these challenges that you grow and become stronger. Don't hesitate to seek guidance and support when needed. We are here to help you rise above any difficulties you may encounter. Let us remember that your success is not measured by grades or accolades, but by the positive impact you make in the lives of others and the world around you. Our hope is that you will not only excel academically, but also become compassionate leaders and responsible global citizens. Once again, welcome to DLH's Mahe family. As you embark on this transformative chapter, may you find inspiration, intellectual stimulation, and lifelong friendships. Together, we shall create a future marked by wisdom, innovation, and compassion. Quoting T.S. Eliot, we shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time. May your journey at DLHS be a profound exploration and an enlightened journey. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. As a token of our appreciation to ma'am, I request Ms. Amrita Yatish to hand over a sapling to Dr. Shilpa Kalyan. Next, we have the honor of hearing from our esteemed Deputy Registrar and Director Administration, Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu. Dr. Prabhu's journey with Mahe is a testament to his dedication and expertise in both academic and administrative realms. Dr. Prabhu's association with Mahe began as a student, earning his BTech and MTech in Mechanical Engineering from Manipal Institute of Technology. His commitment to academic excellence led him to complete his PhD from Mahe in Manufacturing Engineering in 2014. With over 17 years of experience in teaching, research, and administration, Dr. Prabhu has been a cornerstone of Mahe's growth. He started his career in the industry and then transitioned to academia, joining the Department of Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering at MIT Manipal in 2005. Dr. Prabhu's administrative acumen shone through as his role as Assistant Director Academics at MIT from 2015 to 2019. He played a pivotal role in implementing the student lifecycle management system, and he was a key member of the team that prepared Mahe's application for the prestigious institution of eminence status. Beyond academics, Dr. Prabhu has been actively involved in student life, serving as a faculty advisor and sports advisor for various student clubs. His passion for sports reflects his belief in holistic development of our students. Dr. Prabhu's insights, drawn from his rich experience in academia, research, and administration, will undoubtedly provide a valuable perspective to our new students. I welcome Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu to deliver the presidential address.
So, good morning, everyone. Respected Chief Guest of today's function, Madam Professor Indira Parikh, Dr. Shilpa Kalyan, the Head of the Department of Dlhs, Department of Liberal Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, my colleagues, staff members, the PG student, the first year PG students of Dlhs and parents. It is my pleasure to be a part of this orientation program of the first year PG students of Dlhs 2024 batch. So first and foremost, I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to each one of you, mainly the first year PG students of Dlhs, for gaining admission to our postgraduate programs is a testament to your hard work, dedication and exceptional academic achievements. You have chosen to delve deeper into the fields that explore the very essence of human existence, culture and society. This choice reflects your commitment to understanding and addressing some of the most pressing and profound questions of our time. So, postgraduate study is a unique and rigorous endeavor. It demands a higher level of critical thinking, research and analysis. It also offers unparalleled opportunities for you to contribute original ideas and make significant scholarly advancements. Here at Mahe, we are committed to providing you with the resources, support, and academic environment necessary to excel in your chosen fields. Our esteemed faculty members are not only educators, but also leading researchers and practitioners in their disciplines. They are here to mentor you, challenge you, and guide you in your scholarly pursuits. I encourage you to engage with them, seek their insights, and collaborate on research projects that push the boundaries of knowledge. Your postgraduate study will be characterized by rigorous training, independent research, and the pursuit of academic excellence. Beyond the academic field, take time to immerse yourself in the vibrant community of Mahe, Bengaluru. Participate in seminars, join academic and social clubs, attend conferences, and take advantage of the numerous opportunities for professional development. The connections you make and the experiences you have here will be invaluable as you move forward in your career. As PG students, you are poised to make significant contributions to your fields and the society. Whether you go on to become the educators, researchers, policymakers, or leaders in other capacities, the knowledge and skills you gain here will empower you to make a positive impact on the world. Before I conclude, I just want to take you through some of the slides which highlights about Mahe and Mahe Bengaluru campus. I'll just take you through around 10 minutes. So, as you already know, we have around 4 campuses, more than 25 institutions offering more than 370 programs, and more than 250,000 alumni, distinguished alumni who graduated from Mahe till now. So this is Dr. T.M.A. Pai, the founder of Manipal, the visionary behind the inception of Manipal, the esteemed late Dr. Tonse Madhav Ananta Pai, pioneered the concept of public-private partnerships way back in 1953. Driven by his conviction in education as a catalyst for transformation, he envisaged a world where education would be within reach of everyone. Dr. Pai established some of the earliest professional higher educational institutions in the non-governmental, non-missionary and non-self-financing sector, leaving an indelible mark on the landscape of education. Dr. Ramdas Ampai, the Chancellor of Mahe, has steered Mahe's evolution into an international university town. He took Manipal across many campuses in India and abroad. His outstanding contributions have earned him prestigious accolades such as the Padma Bhushan from the Government of India and Datuk Award from the Government of Malaysia. Mahe features multiple campuses providing quality education both in India and abroad in its world-class campuses. Its main campus is situated in Manipal. It is complemented by off-campus centers in Mangaluru, Bengaluru and Jamshedpur, and offshore campuses in Dubai and Malaysia. The Jamshedpur campus, housing a top-tier medical college, is an outcome of a pioneering private-private collaboration between Mahe and Tata Steel Limited. Our Bengaluru campus is on the rise as a world-class multidisciplinary center of higher education. The transformative journey of Mahe, established in 1953 on the principles and vision of Dr. T.M. Pai, spans 7 decades and serves as a source of inspiration. What began with a medical college has transformed into the largest private comprehensive multidisciplinary university in India. Over the years, numerous academic units have been added across various disciplines. In 1993, Mahe earned the status of deemed to be university by UGC. In 2020, Mahe was honored with the prestigious designation of Institution of Eminence by the Government of India in recognition of its significant contributions to higher education. Our vision is to achieve global leadership in human development, excellence in education and healthcare. We aspire to figure among the top institutions worldwide in the domains of education, health sciences, engineering, humanities, management and law. We are certain that our core values of teamwork, execution with passion, human touch, quality, transparency and integrity will guide us in this direction. Mahe has progressed exponentially over the 7 decades to be one of the largest multidisciplinary universities of India. Mahe provides a great variety of graduate and postgraduate courses covering several key disciplines like medicine, engineering, pharmacy, dentistry, nursing, hotel administration, allied health, management, communication, law, art, design and technology, etc. Mahe functions under 3 major faculties with 25 professional higher educational institutions, 15 university teaching departments, and over 130 specialized centers. More than 370 diversified programs are being offered across 36 plus disciplines. We have over 33,000 students who are on the rolls along with 3,500 plus faculty members. We are proud to host around 3,500 international students from 60 countries and have established collaborations with over 270 international entities. Mahe has restructured the organizations into 3 faculties: the Faculty of Health Sciences, Faculty of Technology and Science, and Faculty of Management, Liberal Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences and Law, to deliver about 270 plus 370 plus multidisciplinary programs. Mahe has established itself as a world-class institution as evident by its ranking. In the national scenario, NRF has ranked Mahe as India's top 6th university, and 4 of our constituent colleges are ranked under top 10 colleges of India in their respective discipline. In the THE Impact Ranking 2024, Mahe has been ranked 52nd worldwide for quality education and ranked 15th worldwide for gender equality. Mahe is extremely conscious about environmental concerns and has taken effective steps in environmental preservation and sustainability. Resources are managed in a holistic way by implementing the best available technology on campus. Due to these efforts, Mahe has been ranked number 1 in India and ranked number 39 in globally suburban category in UI Green Metric World University Ranking 2023. Mahe places utmost importance on quality assurance and is committed to continuous quality enhancement. It is reflected in the various accreditations obtained from renowned accrediting bodies. Mahe has accredited by NAC with the highest grade of A++ and a CGPA score of 3.65 out of 4 for the 5 years till May 30, 2027. Other accrediting bodies such as ISO, National Board of Accreditation, Association for the Accreditation of Human Research Protection Programs, Association of MBAs, Indian Federation of Culinary Associations, and others have also recognized our commitments to quality education. The latest addition to this list of accreditation is from the Institute of Engineering and Technology. So coming to Mahe Bengaluru campus, we started this campus, basically the construction activities in the year 2020, and the first academic block that started in the year 2022. So we moved to this particular campus in May 2022 with Manipal Institute of Technology, Bengaluru. So currently we have 5 professional higher educational institutions offering various programs in this particular campus, along with 3 university teaching departments. We have around 400 plus faculty members with homely and comfortable hostels of around 3,447 beds. With this admission year, we will be having around 7,100 students on campus by this month end. As I already mentioned, the university has restructured all the institutions into 3 categories. The first one is the Faculty of Health Sciences. In Mahe Bengaluru campus, under this we have 2 institutions. One is MIRM, Manipal Institute of Regenerative Medicine, started in the year 2007, and a Manipal College of Health Professions offering programs, PG programs in allied health, that are started in the year 2010. So currently, in these 2 institutions we have around 195 students studying in around 19 programs. Coming to the Faculty of Technology and Science, again we have 2 institutions under this category. One is Manipal Institute of Technology, Bengaluru, started in the year 2021, and SMI, which is Srishti Manipal Institute of Art, Design and Technology, started in the year 2020. Under Faculty of Management, Liberal Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences and Law, we have 5 institutions and teaching departments. So all these institutions and departments started in the year 2022. TAPMI, TAPI Management Institution, Bengaluru, DLHS, Department of Liberal Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, DPP, Department of Public Policy, Department of Commerce, and Manipal Law School. So we are planning to have around 8 academic blocks in this campus. As of now, 4 academic blocks are ready. With the completion of all the academic blocks, we can house around 22,000 students in this particular campus. So these are some of the interior and the facilities in the academic blocks. Coming to the hostels, currently we are having 3 hostel blocks running, and the 4th one will be operational soon by August 15th. We are also operating the hostel block 4. With the completion of all the hostel blocks, we will be having around 5,622 beds in campus with various category of rooms, the sharing, the single sharing, double sharing, AC, non-AC, the attached bathroom, common bathroom. So we have almost all the types of rooms in these hostels. And coming to some of the central facilities, the main food court and the Dr. TMA Pai, the Ramdas M. Pai Convention Hall. So that is this building, food court and the auditorium. the indoor sports complex, that is the marina. Again, that will be operational from August 12th. The administrative block, which is coming up, the multi-level car parking, which has a car parking capacity of around 1,700 cars, and some of the central and utility blocks. So all these are, some of the buildings are complete and some of the buildings are under construction. So these are some of the central facilities, the academic block 4 auditorium, the library. We are going to shift all these libraries. Currently the library is located at different locations in different buildings. So we are planning to have all these libraries in one place. The central library block, which will come up in the next year. Then the Dr. Ramdas Pai Convention Hall, the main food court, the amphitheater, marina food court. So all these facilities are ready and it is open for you to use. So these are some of the outdoor sports facilities: the cricket ground, the football ground, 2 basketball courts, 2 tennis courts, volleyball courts, the cricket practice pitches. And I was mentioning about this marina sports complex that will be inaugurated on August 12th. So these are the facilities that we'll have in this particular building. We have basketball, the indoor basketball and volleyball court, a gym, squash, the badminton, futsal, table tennis, snooker, rooftop tennis courts. So all these facilities will come up in this building. So these are some of the interiors of the indoor sports complex marina. So apart from this, so Mahe firmly believes that educational institutions carry a distinct responsibility towards the future. They play a unique role in addressing monumental challenges like climate change by instilling sustainable values in the decision makers of tomorrow. By prioritizing environmentally friendly constructions, we not only showcase our dedication to sustainability, but also find assurance in the knowledge that the buildings we create are kinder to the environment, promote the well-being of their occupants, and offer long-term cost savings. At creating an educational environment that not only promotes a green design, but also instills a deep sense of environmental sensibility in the students for generations to come. The design of our buildings embraces a passive approach, capitalizing on natural elements to maximize daylight while minimizing heat gain. This harmonious blend of traditional architectural principles and cutting-edge technology results in structures that are not only environmentally conscious but also aesthetically pleasing. Incorporating these design elements into our buildings not only reduces our environmental footprint but also enhances the learning environment. The combination of traditional architectural wisdom and modern innovations create spaces that are conducive to both education and sustainability. 24 distinguished scientists from Mahe have made us proud by featuring in the list of world's top 2 percentile scientists this year. Amongst these 24 researchers, 5 researchers are consistently figured from the last 3 years. Mahe takes pride in the achievements of our alumni. The alumni relations team at Mahe is earnestly working to establish enduring connections with our alumni base of more than 250,000. Achievements of our alumni continue to make us proud as they hold very important and prestigious positions across the globe. Dr. Ranjan Pai, the president of Mahe Trust and the chairman of Manipal Education and Medical Group, is at the forefront of Manipal Group's initiatives in the field of education, healthcare and research. Building upon the group's 7 decades of legacy, he has led its continuous expansion in higher education and healthcare both nationally and internationally. In closing, let me once again welcome you all to Mahe, Bengaluru. We are excited to have you join our academic community and look forward to the incredible achievements you will accomplish during your time here. Your journey starts now, and we are here to support you every step of the way. Thank you. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for taking us through the rich heritage and history of Mahe and reminding the incoming batch of the excellent opportunities and facilities that they can avail as students of Mahe. Thank you, sir. It is now my distinct privilege to introduce our chief guest and keynote speaker, Professor Indira Parikh. Professor Parikh is a visionary leader in the fields of education and organizational development with a career spanning decades of innovation and excellence. Currently, Professor Parikh serves as the president of Antardisha. Antardisha strives to create a space for individuals, organizations, and institutions to engage in self-discovery, reflection, and renewal. Professor Parikh's contributions to the field of education are truly remarkable. She is the founder-president of Flame University in Pune, where she was instrumental in shaping its academic vision of holistic liberal education. Her innovative approach to education extends to conceptualizing management development programs that focus on the intersections of life, work, and identity. With an M.Ed from the University of Rochester, New York, and a doctorate from Gujarat University, Professor Parikh brings a wealth of academic expertise. She was a faculty member at the prestigious Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, for over 30 years, serving as a dean from 2002 to 2005. Her international experience, including teaching at INSEAD in France and Texas A&M University. Professor Parikh is renowned for her work in organizational development, design, and institution building. She has been a consultant to numerous organizations and has designed leadership programs for public, private, and multinational entities. As a testament to her expertise, she serves on several company boards as an independent director. Her focus on transformation, lifelong learning, and growth aligns perfectly with the values we cherish here at Mahe. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Professor Indira Parikh for our keynote address. Her insights on the future of education and personal development are sure to inspire our new students as they embark on their academic journey. Professor Parikh.
Namaste everybody. Dr. Raghavendranath Prabhu, Dr. Shilpa Kalyan, directors of the institute, deans, faculty, parents of the incoming students, and the class of 2024. It is my very great pleasure, and I thank the organizing committee to invite me to come and speak with you, because students are my favorite audience. No matter where I go, I start becoming like a teacher and start talking to students no matter where I am. So, and thank you so much for such a generous introduction. And see, before I start to give my gyan, I thought I will tell you a story. The story which will tell you exactly where you are today, at the crossroad and the threshold of life. Would you like to hear a story? The stories, how do stories begin? Once upon a time. So does this story begin. Once upon a time, far, far from here, but just around the corner, and long, long time ago, but just about today, was a land. The land was a beautiful land surrounded by hills, river, mountains, and a space which nobody could enter. The land was very protected. But like all lands, this land had a law. The law was that if any child grew up of a certain age, must leave the land alone to discover who he or she was. For it was said that if the child did not leave, the child did not grow up, and the parents did not let the child grow up, because they continued to treat the child as a child and not as an adult as the child had grown by now. And if the child stayed at home, the child would not really experience taking personal responsibility of his or her own life. So the law was that the child had to leave for 2 years and then come back. So in one such home, one child came of a certain age. So like the tradition of the family, the child took the blessings of the parents, wished goodbye to all the other elders in the family and the others in the family, and started to walk. And he walked and he walked and he walked and he came to the edge of the land. By this time it was evening. The dusk was falling and the child did not know what to do, because in front of him lay many roads which he did not know which one to choose. So he started looking around for someone to ask a question of which road should he choose. And then just in the getting of the darkness, there was a tree a little distance away, a huge banyan tree. And under the banyan tree sat a lady who was so old, one could hardly see her what she was doing. She was doing something with her hand. So this young man walks to her and said, "Oh, wise woman, it is my time to leave the land, and there are so many roads in front of me. Can you tell me which road I should take?" So the lady was wise, so she said, "My child, I have sat here for hundreds and hundreds of years, and thousands of young men and women come by and ask me the same question. But if I tell you which road you should take, and you did take that road, and if a calamity would befall you, you would say, 'What a horrible woman. I should have taken another road.' So what I will do is I will describe some paths for you and then you decide." So she said there is one path to the right, which is a very well laid out path. It has milestones along the way, it has landmarks along the way, and it is a very well laid out path. And lots of people, hundreds of people are walking on that path. Some will tell you what to do, some will tell you what not to do, some will tell you what is desirable, some will tell you what is not desirable, some will tell you you should do this, some will tell you you should do that, and you will have companions all the time you walk on that road. And finally, on a year and a day, you will reach your destination. And then she said there is a second road. It's not actually a road, it's just a direction. Nobody wants to take that road because there are very few people who have taken that road and fewer people have returned. So, and when they have returned, they have very, very strange tales to tell. Some said there is a big dark swamp. If you walk on the swamp, you never come out of it. Very few people have managed to come out of that swamp. The harder you try, the deeper you go. Says some have come back and said they have come across a deep, dark, dense forest. And in this forest there are such strange sounds that it is very scary to go in. And those who have gone in, even fewer have come back. And she said some have come back and said they have encountered a deep, huge desert where they have found no oasis, and many have, and then there's a scorching sun and there is no shade. Those who have gone in, fewer have come back. So finally the choice is yours. So that's where you stand, my friends, young friends who have entered this class, or entered this university at an age where you are leaving at the threshold, you are leaving something behind and you are carrying something forward. What you are leaving behind is your childhood. You are no more a child and you are an adult. And being an adult means taking immense amount of responsibilities, not only of yourself, but of your parents, but of the people around you, of what is happening in the country, what is happening with your friends. So this threshold is a major threshold which you are crossing. And the education you are entering, which is marking the line of crossover, here you will have choices. Choices which nobody will make for you, but choices which you will have to make. Choices of subjects, choices of friendships, choices of relating to people, choices of making this institute or university a great university. It all depends upon you. What you do in life will make this university a university of excellence, of repute, of bringing students who have learned something and are contributing something to the life outside the campus. So the campus is only a transient place for you. In a very short while, you will not even recognize when you will be standing for your graduation and leaving the university. But what you will bring here, what you will do here, will be etched in time for the next generation of students to come. So what it demands from you is excellence, it demands for you discipline, it demands from you making choices, and when you make a choice, you have to think first, are you making the right choice, are you making the wrong choice? Is it right what you are doing, is it wrong what you are doing? You have to learn to say both a yes and a no. You are in a mixed gender group of people here, both young boys and young girls, where the age is such that hormones are jumping very, very high. And you really have to exercise the self-discipline of saying yes to a friendship or no to a friendship. This is the threshold which you are crossing, and this is the choices where you will be making. It's not I'm making a choice because I don't have any other choice. You have a choice to make a choice. What subjects you will choose, you will have to decide. Now, I will give you an example. In FLAME, we had a lot of choices. And students could take maths and students could take music. Students could take psychology and students could take physics. Students could take sociology and they could take marketing. And one of the students who took as his major maths and took his minor as music, in fact, because music was his calling, but maths was his intellectual, he had to have a degree and a very good degree, so he took maths as a primary subject, as his major, and music was his calling from the heart, where he had the opportunity to choose music. Now, if you were born 10 years ago or 15 years ago, as I was born 80 years ago, it was very difficult to make a choice. You either went into arts, you went into science, or you went into commerce. However, the country has changed. Educational institutions have changed. Now they give you many choices, choices which you like to do, choices which you must do. There are some which are must you do, whether you like it or not, because it's part of the education system. Now this young man took maths and music and now is a Bollywood music director and is given music to a whole Bollywood movie. So you have to discover what you want to do. And there are people from FLAME who have gone to Canada and US and discovered that what they have learned as liberal arts, what they have learned as whatever, but now they want to become chefs. So they went to culinary art for a year course and now have started restaurants and managing it merrily. So you have to also ask yourself that the education requires something of you to do, which you must do. But you must also ask yourself, what is it that you want to do? What is it that your calling is? What is your passion in life? And do that at the same time. And believe me, the time is not a shortage. All of us say time nahi hai, but I tell you, we have lot of time. And it is just that you don't waste time. Use that time to what you like, what you want to do, and because this university is such, it gives you so many opportunities and so many possibilities and probabilities of making choices, you must exercise that choice. You must really understand what your university is offering you and then make a choice with which is meaningful and relevant to you. Believe me, at this age, there are many dreams, there are many aspirations, there are many hopes to become somebody. But while you are becoming somebody, you must not forget your being. Your being is your soul, and the university has its own soul in its library. So go to the library and do some research and just not go on to the WhatsApp things and find all those videos, but go to the library and do something with it. And you will find enormous amount of wisdom. There is one more thing about life which I will tell you. You see, we are still the people who believe the whites are better. But believe me, this is stuffed into our minds that they are better. They are not better. Let me tell you, I have lived in America, I have lived in Europe. They are no better. Indians are far more intelligent, far more innovative, far more inventive than any other country that I have known. But we have given up this part that they are better. And I think this is one thing you must remember, that you are good no matter where you are, if you are proud of your country, if you are proud of your family, if you are proud of your belonging. You are, and even as an 18-year-old when I went to the US after marriage, people used to ask me, why are you here? And I would say, I'm here to learn. And they would say, why can't you learn in your country? I said, you come and learn in my country. My country has so much to offer. Unless you are proud of your country, unless you are proud of your belonging and your family, see, you cannot really achieve and excel. That gives you confidence, that gives you trust in yourself, and that gives you the energy to do something better for yourself and for the family. Your family has brought you up so far, so good, and supported you in whatever you wanted to do. Education, going out, etc. So they give you a lot of freedom. Today, parents give a lot of freedom. We didn't have freedom to do what we wanted, or even as there were lots of restrictions when we were growing up. But you have a lot of freedom and space to do what you want, and parents are supportive of you. So you must never forget the kind of offerings the parents have given you. See, at my age, I discover that the parents we have, this is the only lifetime, the same set of parents we will have, and same set of life we will have. Because who knows what happens in next life. My son is 60 years old, and I tell him, Raja beta. He says, Ma, I am grown up. I said, beta, this is the only time in your life somebody is going to call you this. After me, there's nobody will ever call you Raja beta. They will call you by a name, they will call you sir, they will call you mister, they will call you this, they will call you this. So take it and learn to receive affection without feeling embarrassed. So what parents offer you, value it, make it important. What teachers offer you, see, what teachers will also give you, nobody else will give you. Now, there was a research I was doing for almost 7 years, where I found that the first 7 years, parents have what they have to give you. After 7 years is the teachers. If you get good teachers, you are really blessed, because teachers give you something which the parents can't give you. So today you are with teachers who have done a lot of work, who have studied for a long time, who have done their own research. So learn from your teachers and don't start having skepticism and cynicism about their ways of teaching, but what they will give you, the content, would be of most important. So life, I'm talking more about life, that life means that you have got to respect your parents, you respect your teachers, you respect yourself first. You have self-esteem, you have self-worth, and value yourself for whatever you are doing, whoever you are. Doesn't matter small or big. Value yourself and you will see that you will grow much faster. If you don't value yourself, you will have no confidence, you will feel inferiority complex, you will start to feel bad about yourself, or very soon feel guilty about yourself, not put effort and energy into your learning. Learning is for life, so don't give it up ever. And if you learn to trust yourself and respect yourself, you will have so much confidence that you think you can conquer the world, and you can conquer the world. So when you go to any other parts of the country, you go any other parts of the world, and your confidence will take you very much higher, and the people there will respect you a lot more. Having said this, what I thought, I think my time is also getting up, so I will end with another story. You want to hear a story again? Okay. It's a very beautiful story written by an American woman. She gave that book to me to give it to my grandchildren, and I did give it to my grandchildren. The story is called The Mountain Who Loved a Bird. So it also tells you of what you should be doing once you are grown up and an adult. The story goes something like this. Once upon a time, far, far from here, but just around the corner, and long, long time ago, but just about yesterday, was a vast stretch of land. The land stretched for miles and miles and miles, but the sad part was nothing grew on it. And in the middle of this land was a mighty, majestic mountain. And the sad part was nothing grew on the mountain. It was a bald mountain. The mountain had stood there for centuries and centuries. The sun had risen in the morning, the winds blew, the seasons changed, night came, day came, the mountain stood in its ultimate glory, standing all alone. Once in a while, the mountain would witness some birds come from this, some black spots come from this side and go that side. And after some time, they would come from this side and go from that side. And he wondered what these black specks were. And on one such day, and the sun continued to rise, the winds continued to blow, the seasons continued to change, and one day, a black speck started to float down from the sky. The mountain was quite puzzled and wondered what it was. And slowly the speck came and plonked on the mountain. The little black speck spoke a little bit and said, "Mr. Mountain, I'm a black bird and I've broken my wings. Can I stay here for a few days?" The mountain did not know what to say, so in its mighty gruff voice it says, "Oh, you may." And then the bird told the mountain her life. Says, "I visited this place, I visited that place, I visited where there was towns, there were villages, there was water, there were forests," and talked about the schools and the colleges, the mosques and the temples and the churches and two-legged creatures and four-legged creatures. It talked about a whole description of the life it had led. And the mountain was surprised. It had never heard anything like this before. So it was very, very interested. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days passed. And the little bird said, "Mr. Mountain, can I take your leave?" Says, "Leave? Where do you wish to go?" Says, "I have to see, there's a flock coming. I will join this flock and go to where I have to go. Because we are migrating from one part of the country to another part of the country." And the mountain said, why can't you stay? The bird said, Mr. Mountain, if I stay, go I must, because if I stay, I would die. Because there is nothing here which would give me life. But she said, Mr. Mountain, you've been such a good friend of mine. I will send you my eldest daughter if I can't come next time. So my eldest daughter shall come and visit you and stay with you for a few days. And the bird flew away. For the first time in the mountain's life, the mountain felt sad. It felt so sad that it kept waiting for the bird to come again. Time went by, the seasons changed, the wind blew, the sun rose, the sun set, the moon rose, the moon disappeared, the winds came, the rains fell, and one fine day, the mountain spotted the black specks again. And it was very happy. So the little black speck came down and told the mountain, I am the daughter of the blackbird who was your friend. And so it went on for many generations. The eldest daughter of the eldest daughter of the eldest daughter of the blackbird visited the mountain. One such day, the bird says, go I must, if I stay I would die. The mountain begged and the mountain pleaded and said, please bird, why can't you stay? What can I do to make you stay? And the bird says, stay I cannot, go I must, for if I stay I would die. But my eldest daughter shall come again to you. And the bird flew away. This time the mountain was so sad and it felt so bad that out of his mighty, majestic body, a huge tear fell out. And the tears started rolling down the crevices of the mountains, where for generations of birds had their droppings. And in the droppings were seeds of many a lands. Then came the rains, and then came the sunshine. And one fine morning, the mountain woke up with a very, very strange feeling. It was feeling all queer things because tiny, tiny plants had come out. And the mountain was covered with tiny, very tiny, tiny plants. Then came the rains, and then came the sunshine, and the winds blew, and the seasons changed. The tiny, tiny plants became big plants became big shrubs, some became small trees, then they became big trees, and then they became giant trees. And then one fine day, when it was time for the bird to come back, not only one, not only two, hundreds and hundreds of birds with a cacophony of sound landed on the mountain and said, Mr. Mountain, now we can make our nests here, we can rear our young, and we shall stay here, you shall never be alone. The moral of the story is that if you want to build a family, if you want to build a community, and if you want to build a nation, you have to invest with your emotions to make it a community of life where people can live together. So the responsibility which falls on you is you must invest. Invest in people, invest in your country, invest in your friends, invest in your family with things they need or things you would like to offer them. And then only the country grows. If each individual makes the effort, the country grows, the family grows. And please don't ever forget that family can be discarded and disregarded at any given point of time. There are many stories today which happens, but learning is also about how to manage your relationships, how to manage your family, how to manage your emotions, and how to contribute to make it a difference. God bless you all and have a very good life, all of you. Thank you.
Wasn't that a wonderful demonstration of the power of stories and storytelling in education? Thank you so much, ma'am, for reminding our students of the importance of the freedom and the responsibility that they're entrusted with to make the right choices for themselves and the country and their society. Dear ma'am, we'd like to offer a small token of our appreciation. I request Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu to present Dr. Parikh with a small memento. As we conclude this program, we invite Dr. Arnima Dubey Upadhyay, Associate Professor at Dlhs, to deliver the vote of thanks, which will be followed by the national anthem.
Respected faculty members, distinguished guests, and dear students, it is both an honor and privilege to stand before you today as we conclude our postgraduate orientation program for the Department of Liberal Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. First and foremost, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to our esteemed guest speaker, Dr. Indira Parikh. Your insight and expertise have provided us with invaluable perspective and have truly set the stage for the journey ahead. Your engaging address and insight has set a meaningful tone for the academic journey that our postgraduate students are about to embark upon. Your words were not only motivational, but also a testament to the kind of dedication and passion that drives success in life. I extend my gratitude to the leadership of Mahe, our Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Madhu, for his vision and commitment to fostering environment of excellence. We are very grateful to Deputy Registrar, Dr. Prabhu, for always being there as a pillar of support. Your presence here today and your contribution have been a pillar of support for us at all times. Your dedication to ensure that academic process and event run smoothly is greatly appreciated. Your commitment to excellence reflects the very spirit of our institution. Our deepest thanks to our exceptional leader and key contributor to this event, our beloved head of the department, Dr. Shilpa Kalyan. Your vision and leadership has been instrumental in shaping today's orientation and ensuring its success. Your commitment to fostering an environment that supports both academic excellence and personal growth is truly commendable. Today's program reflects the dedication and thoughtfulness you bring to your role and to the department. To our dedicated faculty members, thank you for your unwavering support and guidance. Your passion for teaching and mentorship is evident. It is this dedication that will inspire and shape the academic and personal growth of our students. We are incredibly fortunate to have such distinguished individuals leading our programs. Deepest gratitude to the admission and marketing team for their spectacular and relentless effort in facilitating student admission for this academic year. A special thank to the administrative and support staff. Your hard work behind the scene has ensured that today's program runs smoothly and successfully. As we conclude today's enriching orientation program, it is my sincere pleasure to extend our heartfelt gratitude to a special group of individuals, the parents of our new postgraduate students. To the parent present here today, we want to acknowledge and express our deepest appreciation for your support and presence. Your involvement and encouragement are integral to the success of your children as they embark on this important academic journey. Your trust in our institution and the quality of education we offer is both humbling and motivating. We are honored to have the opportunity to contribute to their growth and development during their time with us. We hope that today's orientation has provided you with the sense of the community and support system we strive to create for our students. To the new postgraduate students, once again, we extend a warm welcome. As you embark on this exciting journey, remember that you are now the part of a vibrant and dynamic community. The opportunities for learning, discovering, and collaboration that lies ahead are boundless. We encourage you to make the most of them. Finally, to everyone who contributed to the success of this orientation program, whether through planning, presenting, or participating, our student volunteers, the convener and MC Dr. Arpita, along with Dr. Saisha, thank you. Your involvement has made today a memorable and meaningful start to what promises to be an enriching academic experience. Let us carry forward the enthusiasm and knowledge gained today into our future endeavors. We look forward to the contribution each of you will make to our department and to the world. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the day with us.
Thank you, Dr. Arnima. I request you all to rise for the national anthem. Please be seated. So we are only concluding the inaugural program of the orientation. We have much more ground to cover through the day, but I'm sure we can all use a little break, a little tea, a little moving around. So we'll take a short break for 10 minutes. Tea is served right outside the auditorium. So please enjoy the refreshments, and we will assemble back here in 10 minutes, 11:30 sharp, and we will have an orientation to the department.
Thank you, Dr. Arpita. So welcome back, dear parents and students. So next 40 minutes or so, I'll take you through the department, what it would mean to be a student at Dlhs, pursuing the programs of your choice. We have students who opted for MA Multimedia and Communication, MA English Language and Literature, and we also have students who opted for MSc Applied Psychology. So what would your academic life, student life at Dlhs looks like? So to start with, Manipal values. We at Manipal strongly believe in the fundamental values of integrity, transparency, quality, teamwork, execution with passion, and humane touch. These become the foundational values of everything that we do at Mahe, be it at the faculty members, at the faculty level, at the students level, leadership level, at all levels. This is very much ingrained in the DNA of Mahe. The Department of Humanities, DLHS, Liberal Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences. Just a minute, let me use yeah, this is better, thank you, sorry. So the vision for the department that we have is to foster discovery, diffusion, and application of knowledge and prepare all our students to be critical, innovative, and dynamic thinkers and engaged global citizens. And we wish to achieve this through a learner-centered approach, build a strong base for academic excellence and professional skills in the domain of liberal arts, humanities, and social sciences. The objectives of the department, to summarize, we wish to foster the academic and ethical integrity in our students, facilitate excellence in academics through ethical conduct, foster research and creative endeavors, build resilience, sensitivity, and critical thinking in students. Also to ensure having an inclusive learning environment through transdisciplinary collaborations. Just to give you a few overview data statistics related to the department, we have students from different parts of the country, almost 20 to 23 states of the country. We have students from various places. The programs that we offer at the department level, we have Bachelor of Arts, single major program in psychology, English, journalism and mass communication. We also offer program in double majors in history, economics, sociology, and political science. At the master's level, we offer MA in multimedia and communication, MA English language and literature, and MSc in applied psychology, which we have commenced this academic year. PhD programs, we have also PhD programs on the offering. So we have media and communication, language, literature, philosophy, sociology, economics, psychology, urban studies, translation studies, film studies, gender studies, and in various disciplines, various specializations, depending on the faculty supervisors' specializations. In terms of student enrollment, gives me immense pride and a sense of responsibility when I present this in front of you. We started the department in the year 2022 with a batch of 45 UG and 10 PG students. And last year, 23-24, we had enrolled 154 UG students, and the department strength moved to 250 students. This year, our admissions, we have enrolled 250 UG students, almost 200 PG students, 6 PhD scholars, and we have a total student enrollment of almost 751 cumulative enrollment for this year. In terms of the faculty strength, faculty members in the department, while we started with 2 faculty members, today we are at almost 44 faculty members. So we have a student ratio of 1:16, faculty-student ratio. The faculty diversity is also impressive. We do have faculty members representing different parts of the state, coming from different parts of the country. In terms of student and gender diversity at DLHS Master's Program, we have almost 63% women and 37% men. Just to give you an overview of the highlights of some of the key, what are the USPs? Why would somebody want to opt for a journey at DLHS? I'm sure some of you had applied at various universities. So it's not because you did not get admission elsewhere that you've chosen here, but it must have been a conscious decision of why you chose DLHS. So some of the reasons why you might have chosen is also reflected in the program highlights. So be it the dynamic pedagogy that we have evolved with. We also have highly qualified faculty members, be it the hybrid learning that we boost and foster, excellent placement and internship support that we offer to our students, industry and institutional collaborations that we have, student-centric multidisciplinary approach, fieldwork, projects, and community outreach programs. So just to give you a detailed overview of how we achieve to do that, I'll also show you a few activities that we have done during the course of last academic year for you to get an insight of what kind of activities we did. So we've strongly believed in engaging with the industry, because at master's level, I'm sure all of you are very clear about where your career paths are going to be, what you would want to do after your 2 years of master's, right? So it is important that you stay connected with the industry. All our curriculum, entire curriculum, is designed in consultation with the industry experts from the academia. There are, elaborate and comprehensive discussions on each and every course that is offered, and it goes through multiple checkpoints before the syllabus and the curriculum is vetted and approved. So the curriculum that you will be exposed to has gone through each of these processes. So we believe in having a constant industry interface, not just for us, for all the students, through be it guest lectures, industry visits, workshops, certificate courses, internship, capstone projects, and multiple exposure. Now, every time we invite a guest over, we are not just inviting a guest, we are bringing you a connect from the industry. So the onus is also on the student to foster this connection, to build on these connections, and to create a professional network for themselves. Some of the highlights, a very brief gist. Some of you, I'm sure, would have gone through our website and our social media pages. Most of the events are updated on our social media pages and website. But just to give you a very quick glimpse of what we have been doing. At the department level, the department has been at the forefront in leading some of the key significant events at the university level, be it the TEDx Mahe Bengaluru that we hosted this year, or the Women Leaders Conclave W20 event in 2023, or the LitFest Millap in 2023, some of the major events that DLHS has taken initiative to host at the university level. We've also believed in encouraging art, literature, performance. We have, hosted several theater performances. Just to give you a glimpse of some of the performances that we have had: Desdemona Rupakam, or Trans Lives Matter, Shakespeare's Wife, and Offending the Audience. Some of the performances have been part of the curriculum, have been aligned with the pedagogy. So when I said dynamic pedagogy, here is an example of the dynamic pedagogical practices that we have adopted.
Some of the other activities where our students have been actively involved in thinking how they could create an impact in the society. Activities like Mental Health Week, or be it the suicide prevention awareness initiatives taken by psychology students, have been really commendable over the last 2 years. Some of the internships that our students have engaged with, some of the prominent organizations, different organizations, we do empower and facilitate our students to build their resume. We train in, when I say building resume, it's not just about drafting something, but then what value would you think your profile will have on your portfolio, right? So we, the kind of assignments that are curated, the kind of assessments are curated, they're not just for your grades, but you'll be carrying that forward at a learning atmosphere, right? So some of the internship places that our students have worked in the last couple of years, prominent places, be it in the mental health domain or in the clinical setting, or in media organizations, in editing and publishing organizations in diverse areas. And I must appreciate and congratulate all our interns who have successfully completed their internships, and they're coming back to share our experiences. You might find some of our student volunteers, you might want to interact with them. They are undergrad students, but still they would have something exciting to share about their learning experiences. Some of the significant key collaborations that we have fostered as of now, be it BBMP collaboration to create awareness campaign for the animal birth control program, or our capstone projects are facilitated through organization called LaborNet. In fact, it's interesting that the first batch of postgraduate students, 10 students who completed their capstone projects with LaborNet, about 4 of them were offered placements at Sambhav Foundation with the same organization. So it's a testament of the kind of projects they developed and the quality of projects that they developed. ISIC, research collaborations with Institute of Social and Economic Change. We also have collaboration for foreign languages with IFLAG. The undergrad students have a mandatory 6-credit foreign language that they would learn. If any postgraduate student is interested in enrolling, we can definitely facilitate that. Right? Manipal Foundation and Empower, this was one of the most recent collaborations where almost 12 students did internship with Manipal Foundation and Empower to teach school children and to develop a pedagogy for government school children on critical thinking. Some of the community engagement activities that our students have been involved and engaged with. Our second semester MA English Literature students do mandatory community outreach at the primary schools, government primary schools in the vicinity of Mahe, Bengaluru campus, where they teach functional English to the 1st grade to 5th grade school children. So this is in alignment with the functional, the English language teaching course that they do part of the curriculum. So this is where I'm talking about, where they have experiential learning exposure. Similarly, our undergrad psychology students, part of their social psychology, also do a mandatory community outreach program. They pick organizations across the city, be it NGOs or animal welfare organizations, or NGO places with hosting people with special needs. So they have a sense of exposure to the realities. So some of the examples and similar activities are also expected to continue with the postgraduate students. Some of the extracurricular and co-curricular activities that we have on campus, so it's not only studies. Postgraduate students, yes, your academic load is pretty heavy and pretty intense. However, you also have opportunity to take part in cultural activities of the department. Some of the activities that we've hosted, be it Freshers' Day, some of the interesting events like, intercollegiate, intra-collegiate fest that we host, Rubaru, which DLHS actually bagged the overall trophy last year, the first event that we hosted. And many more. And postgraduate students, you're interested, you can definitely enroll, provided you balance your academic activities, right? We also have several student clubs. There are some clubs where we have postgrad students also being actively involved, and we will soon be opening up applications inviting students to propose newer clubs. So if there are new clubs that you wish to present, propose, and justify how you would want to run that club, you're free to do that, right? So this helps in, these are all clubs which will help you build your leadership skills, your organizing, your planning, and multiple skills that are required for you to start working in the industry, when you work in the industry. Some of the newsletters that we have in the department, we have a DLHS newsletter called Camaraderie, which our media students are very actively involved in. Most of the clubs in the department also come up with their own newsletter, like the Ecosphere Club, the Environment Club, brings out Petrichor. Our double major students have brought out the debate digest or column that the media students have released. The Speakeasy Club, the Gender and Sexuality Club, have brought out Kaleidoscope. So there are multiple opportunities for students to express themselves, to kind of voice what they would want to, their opinions, their, what they believe in. So it's an excellent platform for that. All this also goes into your portfolio, right? So a little bit of serious stuff, academic regulations. The academic term is of 16-week duration. Where that includes all the assessments and assignments that are included, except for the end-term exams. The medium of instruction is English. The credit structure of the postgraduate program, all the postgraduate programs, the credits are capped at 80 credits for the entire program duration. There's a slight change in the credit, breakdown between MA and MSc program, depending on what course is played up and what course has more credits accordingly. Some of the program highlights. Now, if you were to look at the curriculum that we have for each of our postgrad programs, there is a fine balance between research, industry, and skills that you would acquire through specific courses, be it language and linguistics, and the literature focus. So you would see a literature student is not just learning courses in literature, language, linguistics, but also having an intensive training in courses like content writing, instructional design, editing and publishing, capstone project. In fact, just yesterday, one of our students, English students who's interned with Bloomsbury in Delhi, was sharing how the assignment that she was given at her place of internship, where she was supposed to edit a text, she could see the lessons that she had in her gender class, in the cultural studies class, helped her have a sensitive approach towards editing the entire text, towards proofreading. Right? So these are the courses which have complete practical application. So there is a fine blend there. Similarly, research. Students also do research methods, academic writing, dissertation. That's the MA English Language and Literature course. You will be going through details of each of these courses during further orientation when we split you into different programs. The program academic coordinators will initiate and discuss more details on these. With regard to MA Multimedia and Communication program, again, we offer 3 specializations for students interested in multimedia and communication, be it multimedia, journalism, and communication basket, where you aspire to get into the news media, that's more aligned towards news media. Marketing communications for students interested in getting into brand management, marketing, advertising, PR. set of courses, some of the courses that you would see, digital marketing, for example, events and experiential marketing. These are courses which are delivered by the experts from the industry. Similarly, audiovisual production, we have amazing studio facilities. If anyone wishes to go and take a look, you can. There's last minute few installation work going on, but still you will have an opportunity to take a look at our podcast studio and our recording room, newsroom, and the Chroma studio. Research, again, media students also are to be aware that research is an integral component, whether you want to be a communicator, you want to be in the news business, or you want to be in marketing communication, whatever specialization, research becomes an integral component of all the specializations. Similarly, dissertation is also a mandatory component. So similarly, our MSc Applied Psychology program also has a very intensive, there's a slight shift in the focus on research in MSc Applied Psychology. It's heavy on research. We have heavier credits for dissertation and research methodology and ethics, that you start with research methods right from first semester and you build on your research portfolio accordingly. Similarly, in terms of industry and skill orientation, we have 2 courses which offer practical exposure, practical experiments. They are practicum. We have internship component for students who are looking at OB specialization, might want to take up capstone project accordingly. Similarly, the clinical specialization track that we offer, or the forensic specialization and organizational psychology specialization, each of them have specific courses which are in alignment with the industry and academic demands, not just in India, across the globe. Some of the courses are aligned, at the global level. In terms of the assessment pattern, 50% of the assessment is for CIA, the formative assessment, and 50% of the assessment is for the summative or end-term as examination. So among the formative assessment, we do follow multiple methods of assessing you, be it through projects or activity. It could be presentation, it could be open book exam, multiple methods. When we do a midterm exam, that's EPAD exam. Summative assessment also has varied components depending on the nature of the course. Of course, there were a couple of courses which was looking at term paper, but we have temporarily moved all the courses to end semester, EPAD exams, given the challenges of AI. So there is a slight change in how we have formed our summative assessment for some of the courses. So the CIA mostly, this is broadly what most of the courses follow. There might be deviation in some of the courses, like say editing and publishing course. There is no end-term exam. There's completely internal assessment exam. All the media practical courses are completely internals. Psychology practicals are internals. So the courses which have an internal plus external component, exam component, will have roughly, it could be a test or a midterm assignment or case study, project or assessment. Each course instructor here has an autonomy to design the syllabus, to craft the syllabus, and to plan the entire lesson plan. How the entire course is delivered would be shared with students in the beginning of the semester, so you have an idea of how each course is going, what your journey with that course will be, what your engagement with that course will be, what are your mutual expectations. That is something that will be clarified right at the beginning of the semester. This, I don't think, is a surprise. I'm sure all of you have, come through your undergraduation, and how many times you would have heard of the mandatory attendance mandate, right? 75%, and we mean it, right? There's no two ways about it. So the minimum attendance criteria is 75%. In fact, for master's students, we would expect a minimum attendance of 100%, right? So we hope to have you 100%. Of course, we do understand the 25% leeway is given. Sorry? So the 25% is given in case you have medical emergencies and you do have to take off. Then otherwise we expect you to attend regularly. And in fact, the attendance criteria is also important factor when we look at certain leadership roles or maybe department representative positions or for awards and recognitions. The academic progression for a student to progress from first year to second year, a student will have to have a minimum of 20 credits. So each semester has 20 credits on an average. So if you are moving from first to second year, end of the academic year, you should have a minimum of 20 credits. If a student fails to meet the minimum credit requirement, you will end up re-registering for the program right from first semester. The academic progression, the grading system looks something like this. For students who end up with attendance shortage, less than 75%, will be detained in the course and they will have to re-register for the course in the coming year. So there is no makeup exam option for students who are detained because of attendance issues. Students who are absent for the exam obviously will be marked an F grade and they are eligible for makeup exam. Now makeup exam is something that we conduct soon after the end term exam. Once the results are declared, we conduct makeup exams. So you don't have to wait for a semester to give your makeup exams. However, if you have got an F grade and if you're giving a makeup exam, your maximum grade, no matter how well you do in the exam, is capped at grade C. Right? So it is better to write your exams and not makeup exam. If you were to be absent because of medical emergency, understand there could be unforeseen emergencies. So what happens in a circumstance like that? A student, if at all it is with prior permission, if we are aware in the department that this is your condition and this is what you're going through, so you might be exempted and you will be given an I grade, that is incomplete grade, and you will be also eligible to give makeup exam where you're eligible for actual grade, right? So we understand the circumstance. However, a student who scores less than 5 points or secures an E grade in any of the courses will again get an F grade, and the minimum grade requirement for each course is E. So anything below E will be considered F. So here also the student is eligible to give makeup exam, but the maximum for the makeup exam is also capped at C. Right? So it is a request to all the students to make sure you take your academics seriously right from the beginning and ensure you clear with flying colors without having to go through any of the other grades, any of these grades at least. Sorry? Yes, sir? That is E. E is the pass grade. Anything less than E is considered, again, there is no grade as such there. We have detailed guidelines on internship, dissertation, and project, which will be shared with students as and when you reach that phase. So your dissertation starts from third semester. For psychology students, you have dissertation component in both third and fourth semester. It's almost an 8-credit dissertation, whereas for media and English students, you have dissertation again in one semester, that's third semester, and you have a capstone project. So there are detailed guidelines that will be shared with you, and you will start your dissertation work right from second semester, right? And any project that is assigned other than capstone also, if there is project component, some of the courses might not have a midterm exam, EPAD exam, might have an entire 50 marks worth project. So you will again receive specific guidelines on what you will have to fulfill for the projects. So why I'm stressing on the fact that you will receive guidelines is students will have to be alert and read the guidelines, know what these criteria are, what are the parameters, what are the do's, what are the don'ts, so that you are aware and you know what you're submitting is in accordance and it is in adherence to the guidelines and whatever are the established norms for the course. The timetable looks something like this, the time slots. Just for your information, the entire session is being live streamed, so you will have it on YouTube. So it's fine. It might help you from recording. So the timetable looks something like this. We start, first hour would be 9 to 9:50. It's a 50-minute class. There is a short break at 10:40 for a 20-minute break, and then a lunch break at 12:40, and then again a short break. So this is roughly how the time slots look like. Now this, I request all the students to make a note of this. Certain mutual expectations as students, right? So we expect you to be punctual and disciplined. This is not just in terms of your attendance, but in terms of your assessments, assignment submissions. It is important that you adhere to this. Integrity, sincerity, and honesty in turning your assignments, attendance mandate, academic commitment and rigor. You're all here with a purpose. You're all here to finish your 2-year master's degree and get on to whatever you want to conquer out there, right? So it is important that you have a smooth journey. So your academic commitment and rigor with which you complete all the course requirements is extremely important. And be responsible. At postgraduate level, we would want to treat you like colleagues more than students. We would not want to tell you what you should do, what you should not do. It is expected that you are aware. You come here with that responsibility. You have completed all the phases of being an adolescent teenager in your graduate level. So now the expectations are different. I'm sure your parents also look at you as more matured and more responsible. So please take that forward in the classrooms and in academic spaces as well. Self-discipline in academics, again, in terms of your assessments, just an extension of that. When I say integrity, plagiarism is definitely not accepted. So if it's a course like, say, for example, academic writing, and you end up submitting a plagiarized work, then obviously you will not clear that course, not accepted. And you might not get a second chance to go back and submit also. So you're expected to adhere to these right from the beginning in all your assignments. Most of the assignments, if it's an essay or a term paper, if it's some kind of a report that you are supposed to present, will have to go through plagiarism check. So you cannot, violate that. Declaration of AI usage. We are in that juncture where we cannot definitely say no to AI, but we also will have to know how responsibly we can communicate with AI technologies. How can we negotiate? How can we work together without compromising on the academic integrity? So there will be sensitization sessions that our students will be going through. Our faculty members are already going through a lot of training sessions to understand how we could integrate AI responsibly in classrooms. So similar trainings will be extended to students because it's learning, right? The first thing we need to remember is we are all lifelong learners. So there is no end to it. So this is something that we will be having more conversations throughout the journey. The communication channel, all learners will receive their learner ID. All your communication will come to you through official channels, through to your email IDs, through the department ID, through probably the academic coordinators might be sending, or faculty instructors might be sending it. There are also official WhatsApp groups. WhatsApp groups not to send assignments and all, but for any specific communication, just to reinforce and reiterate something. There are specific consultation hours that the teachers will be definitely sharing with you about what time they are available for consultation, so you can meet the faculty members at that consultation time. Some of the student support mechanisms that we have in place in Mahe, Bengaluru. We believe in strongly ensuring that the student well-being is promoted. We respect the mental health concerns that students, or rather mental well-being of students are of utmost importance for us. So in order to promote well-being on campus, we have professional counseling centers. We have counselors who are reachable. You can take appointments and you can meet the counselors. We also have 24/7 counseling service. We have tied up with an organization called Your Dost. So this is something that students can benefit. You'll come across more details on this in the orientation in the afternoon on some of these aspects. We also have licenses that are available, that we have taken licenses for all the students. So all postgrad and undergrad students have access to Coursera courses. There are umpteen courses. Now, some of the courses might be recommended by the faculty. Part of the course, you might be asked, say, if you are doing research methods, maybe there is a component that you might want to pick it up on MOOC that the teacher has asked you to do. Because there's a lot of self-study that is important, both at undergrad and master's level. The UGC guidelines is a student must have a mandatory of 1,200 hours of learning in an academic year. If you're doing 6 courses, 6 into 2 for 2 semesters, you might have around 800 learning hours. The remaining learning hours is what is considered self-study hours. So a student will be given quite a heavy self-study component in all the courses, and you are expected to do that. So probably you might want to be also exposed to courses on Coursera for your learning across the discipline. Again, depending on your passion, there is no restriction about you should do only this, unless it's instructed by the course instructor. You might pick up any course that you would want to do on Coursera. Research, I'm sure quite a few of you are interested. Some of you who met me personally were very keen to understand what kind of research support we offer for students at Mahe Bengaluru campus. So we have a separate research policy for postgraduate and undergrad students. We believe that every student has the potential to, bring out a solid research output, not for the sake of research, but research with a meaningful impact on the society. That is the whole idea and purpose of research, right? So we encourage student publications. We have amazing, excellent faculty members with wonderful research track record. You might want to seek mentorship guidance from faculty members for research publications, right? We also have open access agreement with several leading publishing houses like Sage, Springer Nature, Elsevier, Oxford, Taylor and Francis, F1000, and many more. So you will get details of the entire repository of all the publications that we have open access agreement with. When I say open access agreement, you don't have to pay article processing charges, right? Otherwise, the publication charges for in these journals are very, very high. So you have waiver of the APC, and you also get to publish. And you are eligible for incentive points. So any student who publishes research paper during their course of education will be eligible for incentive points. We will be sharing further details on how and what in terms of the policy document very soon. And there is also financial assistance for students who wish to present papers at professional conferences, publications in Mahe approved journals. If they are publishing in Q1, Q2 or Q3 journals, the details of this and how and what the orientation, again, as I told, that again will mean another detailed orientation session. So we have about 20,000 rupees given as financial assistance for a student in a span of 2 years that the student can use either for presenting papers at conferences or for publications. And there are incentives. This is the research committee. We have Dr. Girish, the coordinator of the research committee. We have Dr. Arpita, Dr. Himabindu, Dr. Shivalika, and Dr. Sharin are the members of the research committee for students who are interested in understanding more about how they could further research interests can meet the members of the research committee. Some of the campus guidelines. So ID cards, you will be issued ID cards, so it's mandatory for students to wear their ID cards at all the times for security and safety reasons. Discipline on campus, again, in terms of dress code, We expect students to dress professionally, formal, semi-formal, in an academic academically appropriate, manner, in academic spaces at least, right? Outside academic spaces, there are some students who who are staying in hostels or who are staying elsewhere. It's fine, but in academic spaces, academic blocks and classrooms and lab spaces, you are expected to adhere to the dress code. Again, mobile phone policy. This, I'm sure you have, again, come across this. All this probably might sound like a deja vu for students. You must have heard of all this over and over in your undergrad days. So judicious use, obviously, and it's definitely mobile phones are not permitted in classrooms or in examination, and it will have repercussions accordingly. Also, be cautious of the footprints that you live on social media, the digital footprints that you live. So how you interact and engage with social media platforms are extremely critical. You may want to ensure whatever you have on your social media profiles, have a separate, probably you might want to explore if you want to have a separate personal and a professional account, so that you know this is your professional space. This is how you want the world to know you or identify you with. We have a strict zero tolerance to ragging. So students have signed anti-ragging policy. If any student at any point finds there is a violation, student can reach out to us and we will definitely take action immediately. Substance abuse, absolutely not permissible, be it possession, consumption, distribution of drugs on campus, or be it alcohol or tobacco is absolutely not permissible. So we do random checks. We have tests that are conducted at random points if we find there could be violation. Some of the disciplinary procedure in most of the cases, the standard disciplinary procedure will be immediate suspension pending inquiry. The parent will have to meet the HOD. So if, parents, I understand, I respect for the fact that you've come from different parts of the country. So we definitely don't want you to travel to the campus for the wrong reasons, at least here. But then if your ward has got into any kind of issue, then you will be asked to meet us. And then, of course, there will be an inquiry and then disciplinary action depending on the severity of the incident, nature of the incident. Some of the grievance redressal mechanisms that we have an anti-ragging monitoring committee, which will ensure that the campus is free of ragging incidents, and if any student has encounters with incidents of ragging, can approach the committee. We also have student grievance committee at the department level. Any grievance that the student has, you can reach out to the student. You can bring it to the notice of the student grievance committee. The ICC committee, I'll come to that a little later. We also have student affairs committee. So each of these committees will also have separate briefing and orientation in detail. This is a quick one so that the parents are aware that we have these systems in place. The students will have further detailed orientation on each of these. The internal complaints committee, ICC, Mahe, has absolute zero tolerance for any kind of sexual harassment on campus, and we take it very seriously. There are mechanisms students can write to, if at all they encounter any such issue, they can write to icc.maheblr@manipal.edu, and the committee will investigate and take action accordingly. So this is not just a statutory committee which is there for just to know it is there, but then we do take cases very seriously. We have instances and we have the actions that we have taken are pretty serious in nature. This, I'm sure you would be more interested in. the academic calendar for the semester. Again, we'll share the detailed academic calendar. This is a very brief calendar for you to know when the semester starts and when it ends, and when is the midterm. So some of the key things that are there. Now, usually odd semester is very challenging for us. We have students who come back and say, I want to go home for Diwali, I want to go home for Dasara, I want to go home for Christmas, multiple, or Ramzan, multiple celebrations. I understand they're all family time. You would want to be with your loved ones, but please take the 2 years of your academic journey very seriously. You will have to stay committed to whatever is the academic calendar. If there is a festival in between your midterm exam, you will have to decide which one you would want to prioritize, and I hope you decide wisely. And we will share the details of. So the next semester, the event semester, begins on 6th of Jan. So this is how the semester looks. So just to also introduce, the university is made of people, right? Amazing resources, yes, great campus experience, but then it's the people who make the difference. When you remember Mahe after, say, 10, 20 years, you will remember not just the life on campus, your friends, you'll also remember the faculty members who made some difference in your life, right? The interactions that you've had. So it's important for you to know the members. Of course, I'm here, so I'm basically a media and communication faculty. And my specialization is PR, broadcast, and digital media. Just to introduce you to the members of different faculty, among the Faculty of Language, Literature, Linguistics, and Culture Studies, we have Dr. Girish, Associate Professor, who is also the Academic Coordinator for Research and Doctoral Programs. Dr. Girish. So, Dr. Girish specializes in film studies, science fiction, culture theories. We have Dr. Anupama, Academic Coordinator for English Programs. Dr. Anupama specializes in Afghan literature, American literature. Dr. Arjuna, Assistant Professor, Sanskrit Computational Linguistics. He's also the Assistant Director of the Department of Student Affairs, Mahe, Bengaluru. Ms. Sumati, Assistant Professor English, who specializes in performance studies, theater studies. She's also coordinator for internships. Dr. Aishwarya, I think she's in class. We have commenced our UG classes, higher semesters, so some faculty would be in class. So Dr. Aishwarya is the coordinator for library. If any student has specific recommendation to the library, even if it's general reading book, you don't have to justify why you want a certain book. So we are open to having student recommendations for the library. Dr. Divya, the IQAC coordinator, and specializes in translation studies and film studies. Dr. Neeraja, I think Neeraja is sitting at the back. Yes. Specializes in performance studies. She's the cultural committee coordinator. Ms. Amrita. Ms. Amrita specializes in foreign languages and intercultural studies. Dr. Shivalika specializes in women, gender, and motherhood studies, and she's also a member of research committee. Ms. Geeta. Ms. Geeta specializes in film studies, performance poetry. Ms. Geeta is also the co-coordinator for placements. Ms. Priyanka Pradeep is a faculty for linguistics, specializes in linguistics, and she also takes care of the department newsletter. Faculty of Media and Communication, Dr. Sunayan. Dr. Sunayan is the academic coordinator for the media programs. He specializes in film studies, multimedia reporting, digital media, media laws. Dr. Pradeep, so I think he's in class. So Dr. Pradeep specializes in broadcast and electronic media. Dr. Pranav, again class. Okay, Dr. Pranav is his specialization is filmmaking, broadcast production, also the coordinator of examination and audiovisual lab. Mr. Subhash. Mr. Subhash specializes in visual and corporate communication. All the details on the website and social media. He's the person behind that. Ms. Saisha. Ms. Saisha was with a guest. Okay. is the core coordinator for internships, and she specializes in marketing communication. Dr. Hima Bindu is at the back. Specializes in media histories, region, culture, communication, and film studies, and she is also the coordinator for department newsletter. Dr. Amrita, associate professor, media and communication, coordinator for placements. She specializes in corporate communication. Among the faculty of psychology, we have Dr. Arunima, academic coordinator for psychology programs, specializes in clinical psychology, child and adolescent, psychology. Ms. Varsha is here in class. Ms. Varsha specializes in positive psychology, cognitive psychology. Dr. Amandeep specializes in suicide prevention, community mental health. He's the coordinator of VSO. Dr. Ankita specializes in organizational behavior, positive psychology. She's a coordinator for the psychology labs. Ms. Vaishnavi Kamath is here. Ms. Vaishnavi is assistant professor, coordinator for the MSc Applied Psychology PG program. Ms. Vaishnavi specializes in counseling psychology, queer affirmative counseling practices. Dr. Arpita, all of you know Dr. Arpita. A terrific researcher, apart from being a wonderful host. She, specializes in clinical psychology, cognitive neuroscience, cognitive assessments, and advanced neuroimaging techniques, and she's also a member of research committee. Mr. Rojo specializes in clinical psychology and psychotherapy, another excellent researcher that we have. He's also the coordinator of UG psychology programs. Ms. Charu Kruti. Ms. Charu specializes in forensic psychology. She's also the co-coordinator of the examination committee. Dr. Shivani specializes in military psychology, organizational psychology. She's also the co-coordinator of the internships. Dr. Kavita, in class, okay. Associate professor, psychology. Dr. Kavita specializes in industrial psychology, gender and psychology. She's also the coordinator of the internationalization. Dr. Komal, I think with a guest, yes. Dr. Komal specializes in social and counseling psychology. She's also the co-coordinator of placements. We have Dr. Tripti, specializes in health psychology, co-coordinator of internships. We have Dr. Aditya Banerjee, who will be joining us from Monday. And Ms. Sarabjit specializes in cognitive psychology. They'll be both joining from Monday. We have among the faculty of social sciences, history, economics, political science, sociology. We have Dr. Swati Shivanan. Okay, she's the academic coordinator of double major programs, and Dr. Swati also is a media faculty member, so she has dual specialization. Dr. Anushri is here. Okay, Dr. Anushri, economics faculty, coordinator of sports and NCC. Dr. Rahul, sociology faculty, coordinator of examination and evaluation. Dr. Sharon specializes in critical body issues and political anthropology. She's a member of research committee. Dr. Rupa specializes in gender and justice, sociology professor, coordinator of the VSO, Voluntary Service Organization, VSO is. Dr. Manisha, political science faculty, coordinator of placements. Dr. Sati, coordinator of the Dlhs clubs. She's a historian and a curator. Dr. Ardra specializes in Indian politics, coordinator of internships. Dr. Kedar Vishnu, associate professor economics. Dr. Kedar specializes in applied economics, agricultural economics, and he's also institutional collaborations coordinator. We also have distinguished adjunct faculty members in the department. Dr. Rajendra Chenni, Mr. John Edward, Mr. Nishant, Rashid Kapan, Raghuveer. Raghuveer will be joining us as a visiting faculty as well this semester. Vasanti Hariprakash, Pooja Prasanna, Professor Radha Ramaswamy, Maya Sharma, Amrita Raman, Dr. Pangyun, multiple domain expertise. We have an eclectic, representative from the industry and academia as our adjunct faculty. Among the visiting faculty for this semester, for the current semester, we have Ms. Sadhana, who will be handling content writing, Mr. Raghuveer, Maitreya for digital marketing, B.K. Pillai. I would like to introduce Ms. Vinusha Kannan. Ms. Vinusha is here. Yeah, Ms. Vinusha is visiting faculty for psychology, and Ms. Indumati for Spanish and German. Also, we have visiting faculty. International faculty, Mahe, we have reached out to international faculty for collaboration with Dlhs. This semester, we are joined by Professor Lalita Murthy. Professor Lalita Murthy is here with us today. Professor Lalita Murthy is an associate professor from Norwegian Study Center, University of York, UK. She will be, with us mentoring students on linguistics for this semester. And we hope you continue being with us in the coming semesters as well, ma'am. And next semester, Jan onwards, will be joined by Professor Thomas Waugh from Concordia University, Montreal, Canada. And we are also we are close to hiring a few more, international faculty for other disciplines as well. Among the Dlhs admin group, do we have Vani here? The person that more interactions with, Ms. Shrivani, admin executive. So any query related to, say, your fee issue, the portal issue, or you need bona fide letter, certificate, you can reach out to Ms. Shrivani for assistance, office-related assistance. For psychology lab, we have Ms. Supriya, who is the lab assistant for psychology. We also have a few more admin members who will be joining the department in the coming week. Mr. Maruti is the support staff for the department. So the faculty advisors, this I'll just quickly, this is just for your information, which we will be sharing with the students. So, all the faculty members that we have in the department, even if you were to pursue program in, say, psychology, you are open to having interaction with, other faculty members, right? If you are doing, say, for example, research on media psychology that requires you to have an interdisciplinary exposure, you can reach out to faculty members with specific specialization. So, or you might be doing something related to, say, gender, and you might want to interact with the sociology faculty to understand how you approach psychology and gender, right? So this is what makes Dlhs unique for you. We have faculty members coming from multiple domain expertise. Make the most of it. You might be interacting with probably 5 to 6 faculty members for the semester, for each semester. Each course will be taught by one faculty, so 5 faculty close interactions. But you also can interact with a lot others, almost another 30, 40 of them during your course of your education. So there's a lot of learning through club activities. You will also have interactions for multiple activities, multiple events. So have open mind, have open conversations, and be open to learning beyond the confines of classrooms. That is what truly education does, right? And this is a quick information for you for the Monday classes. Students can please make a note of this. MA Multimedia and Communication students can report to room number 419 in AB2, Academic Block 2, room number 419. The English students will report to room number 417, again Academic Block 2. Psychology students will report to room number Seminar Hall 306, where you will have a brief orientation, and then you will also have quick details of the sections also that you will be sharing. For psychology, we have 3 sections, so you will get to know which section you will be in on that particular day. So this is, I'm sure by now, if you get a feeling that you truly belong here, You belong here. Thank you so much. And if any parent or student wants to meet me, you can reach out, you can send an email, you can WhatsApp. My email ID is available on the website as well, shilpa.kalyan@manipal.edu. Our faculty members are accessible through email. They are available to answer your queries. You can reach out to them on email. You want to meet me, you can definitely drop in a message or a mail and meet me. Walk into my cabin. I'll definitely be there to hear, listen to you. And students, please feel free. Any concern, you just want to walk in to catch up, to just have a chat. You might not have an agenda. You might just want to share something that you feel like. Do not hesitate to drop by and share. Right? Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shilpa, for that comprehensive presentation. I know that was a lot of information to take in. Don't fret. You will have ample opportunities to familiarize yourself with all the important information. While all that information is percolating, we will break for lunch, which will be served just on the floor below the auditorium, which is our food court. But we have more to listen to, more important information to share. So please assemble back in the hall by 1:45. That's good enough time for lunch, right? Yes. So see you all back at 1:45. Enjoy your lunch.